she'd be a little brighter than her class, and yes, she's definitely advanced.
I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur South-End Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood?
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time, I have a secret weapon. Rudolfo. He's part Italian, you know. Very supple, has incredible upper body strength.
I think we should have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Do you really not know?
Yes.
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully about what might be the cause of this.
Am I? Look, am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant.
What?
You're going to have a baby.
But I've got a baby, I don't want another one. Is there something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics, or... Oh my good Lord. What about the biannual International Amateur South-End Ballroom Dancing Championships?
A baby, Mrs. Wormwood. A child. The most precious gift this natural world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A brand new human being. A life. A person. A wonderful new person is about to come into your life to bring love and magic and happiness and wonder.
Oh, bloody hell.
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in kind.
I'll push you in a minute.
Restored life a canvas yet unpainted. This still unbroken skin, this uncorrupted mind. Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle. Miracle.
Where is he? Where's my son?
Mr. Wormwood, smoking a cigarette.
Of course, Doctor. What am I thinking? This calls for a proper smoke. Oh, my word. He's another little thing, isn't he?
This is one of the most beautiful children I've ever seen.
Oh, my good Lord! Where's his thingy?
His what?
His thingy, his doodah, his whatchamacallit. What have you done with his thingy?
Mr. Wormwood, this child does not have a thing.
What? A boy with no thingy. Oh, look what you've done, you stupid woman. This boy's got no thingy.
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Is there still time for the biannual Inter-Champion Amateur Sausage?
No competition's finished. Look, I don't suppose there's any way we could exchange this for a boy, could we?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh my, undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just revolting in this foul fluorescent light. And this gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing the Santana, keep on fading, not rested, hospital cotton, with an ouchie, front bottom, and this horrible, silly little
I can't find his Franken beans.
Emily's life is unbelievably unlike. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet
I jumped up little jam that kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. Neighbor likes a smart mouse kid like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, that's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Yes. Are they good runners? Let's put it this way, you wouldn't beat them in a race. No, yes, sir, yes, they are good runners, sir, yes. How much exactly?
Harry!
Hang on.
Look at this. She's reading a book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot. Listen to this. It was the best of times. He was the worst of times. He was the age
Stop
of wisdom.
scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl. And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories? I mean, who wants stories? It's not normal for a girl to be all thinking.
I'm gonna call you right back. Would you please shut up? I'm trying to pull off the biggest business deal in my life here and I have to listen to this. This is your fault, you know. You spend us into trouble and you expect me to get us out of it. What am I, a flaming escapologist?
Escapologist, he says. What about me then? I've got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. If you're an escapologist, I must be an acrobat about it, that lot. The world's greatest acrobat. I am off to bleach my roots, and I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man.
But I'm gonna make us rich.
Rich? How rich?
Very rich. Russian businessman Barry Stupid, your genius husband, is gonna sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair. Listen to the boy. That doesn't get you anyway, you thick-headed twit brain. At least someone developed the brains in the family, eh, son?
Michael! Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight.
This is your fault, you know. With your stupid books and your stupid reading.
What? I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right. Let me tell you something about right. You're off to school in a few days and you won't be getting right there. Oh no. I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. Great big, strong, scary woman she is. Used to compete in the Olympics, throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's gonna do to a squeaky little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Get out of here, you little bookworm.
nurture strong. Keep out of reach of children. Oil violet hair tonic. For man. Yeah. In the slip of a book, there's a tiny apple. The seed of a wolf in that creek of a flood. A storm can begin with the flap of a wing. The tiniest mite packs the mightiest sing every day. Starts with a tick of a clock called a Skypes. Starts with a click of a look. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to jump, cause they feel it's all you can do. I love you, natural thing like this'll stop you. If you sit around and nothing gets on top of you, you won't try nothing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you ever take it on the chin and worry, might well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else has done put it right for me. Nobody but me has sometimes my story. Sometimes it happens, I love it, not you.
In business, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means good brain. My success in business is...
Secret?
Yes, the secret. My success in business is this. Oiled violet hair tonic for men. Stand back, son. Watch your old man go to work. Yeah, that's where it's at. That's the bananas, all right. You see, son, in business, a man simply cannot help but be noticed when he looks like this.
Your hair. It's green.
Good Lord, woman, have you started already? It's only 8:30. Oh, my dear Lord, my hair, it's green.
What on earth did you do that for? Why would you want green hair?
I didn't do anything. I don't want green hair.
Maybe you used some of Mummy's peroxide by mistake.
Oh, that's exactly what you've done, you stupid man.
My hair, my beautiful hair. Oh, my dear Lord. I've got a meeting. The Russians, what am I going to do?
I know what you can do.
What can I do?
You can pretend you're an elf.
Yes, that's what I'll do. I'll pretend I'm a... What are you talking about, you fool? Always a loony.
Mum, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting. Go on. Creep on back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in that school, the better.
Matilda, what a pleasure to see you. You're in the library again, aren't we?
Yes, well, I mean, Mum wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad too, he loves having me around. But I think it's good for grandmas to have their own space.
Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you. And do you tell them lots of stories like you do with me? Oh, Matilda, I love your stories. And that's not a hit, by the way. But if you happen to have a story you want to say, Miss Phelps, I'll see you next week. Goodbye, Miss Honey. Good luck with the Tolstoy. As I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting, but if you
Who
do
was
have...
that lady?
That lady, that's Miss Honey. She's going to be our teacher.
That lady is mine.
Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time.
Oh, goody!
Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an asclepologist who had escaped from any law that was ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled he seemed as lady teacher who said that cards with her they passed them, and dogs would rip with joy. They moved to a beautiful old house in the edge of town. In the evenings, we would walk and take the air. At night, the children of the town would wait with anticipation, hoping for a glimpse of the shiny white scarf like the opera over his wall. Then, they knew they only had to cry tricks, tricks, and their brave performers would instantly leave life in the most spectacular show, just for them. But, although they loved each other, although they were famous, and everyone loved them, they were sad.
Why?
We have everything that the world has to offer, said the wife.
We have everything.
We do not have the one thing the world wants most. We do not have a child. Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time set aside, even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda!
But time is the one thing no one is master of, and as time passed, they grew quite old and still had no child. At night, they listened to the chimes of the big empty house. They would imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sounds of a child playing.
Matilda, this is very
You
sad.
want me to stop?
Don't you dare!
Their sadness overwhelmed them and drew them on to ever more dangerous feats, and the way became the only place they could escape. The inescapable tragedy of their lives! And so, with horse aside, they performed the most dangerous feats ever known to man. It is cold, said the husband, and to the world's press, they all gathered with bated breath. The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair. Over shops and spiky objects, caught by the man and locked in the cage. And it is the most dangerous thing ever known to man.
Oh, splendid! Matilda, splendid!
It is our destiny, said the wife, smiling sadly, slipping her hand into his. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happens next?
I don't know. Not yet, anyways.
Isn't there more? I mean, just a little. Oh, isn't there a little bit more? I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? Actually, I'd love to meet her. Maybe
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. See you tomorrow.
after your first day at school.
friend. You got to learn to listen, kid.
So you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You should see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in some effort, you're wasting energy. 'Cause your life is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I am trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember. Like I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you. I think you step out of line. You gotta be safe and trouble. Extremely careful. Why? Didn't you hear what we said? Just you wait for its end. ABCDFG, HIJK, elemental P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Why? Don't you read
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day, your first day of school. Now, does anybody know their 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, isn't it? Please stand and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14,
That is
8
very
times 2
good.
8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24, 13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is
Stop.
28.
How far can you go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Well, yes, it is. What about this one? Now, this one is much harder, so don't worry if you can't get it, but 2 times 487. You took your time. do you think?
974.
12 sevens.
84. No way!
Let's leave math for the time being and look at reading. Can anybody read this?
Me!
Very well, Nigel. Oh, yes, let's leave it there. We wouldn't want you to burst a blood vessel on your first day. Lavender.
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word.
Yes!
Matilda.
I can now read words.
So you can read words, Matilda.
Yes, well, I needed to learn to read words so that I could read sentences because basically a sentence is just a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself, Matilda?
Oh yes, more than one. I love books. I read quite a few last week.
A few. In a week. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Lord of the Rings, Kim, The Invisible Man, Secret Garden, Crime and Punishment, and Caught in the Hearts.
Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. There's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating and shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. What are you waiting for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps the arrange is probably having a meeting or something. I won't want to be interrupted. If anything causes in these situations, sensible one should avoid confrontation when possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Enter. Well, don't just stand there like wet tissue. Get on with it.
Well, you see, there is in my class, that is, there is this little girl called Matilda Wormwood, and
Oh, daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, who owns Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the little brat, though. Says she's a real what?
No, I don't think Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is our school motto, Miss Honey?
Binatum es magitum.
Babinatum es magitum. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been her who put that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I shall have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
No, but I did it. Transform Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense, haven't I just told you? She's a gangster.
But she knows her times tables.
So she's lent a few tricks.
But she can read.
So can I!
I have to tell you, Headmistress, that in my opinion, Matilda should be moved to the top form with the 11-year-olds.
But she's a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just put her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about the rules, honey? The rules?
I believe Matilda Wormwood is an exception of the rules.
An exception to the rules in my school. Look at my trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become an English hammer throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, that I treated the rules with casual disdain? Well, like hell! As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I faltered or amended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt? From the grunt I had practiced for many a month. Not a jot, not a dot, did I stray from the thought? Not a detail of my throws, adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed higher up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no! No. Throw the hammer for your country. You have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You have to always keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to teach success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness. You have to force the little squid to toe the line. Sing it, Jenny! For the heart of the country.
So then, throw it, find the barrier line and tow it, and always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.
But I have to tell you, Headmistress, that I intend to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, slimy, great big question asking, how dare they talk to me like that? Who the hell do they think they are, nasty, slimy Russians?
Oh, let me guess. We're not rich.
It was the mileage. They took one look at the mileage on the first car and they said they were knackered. I told them the reason for the mileage was a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
They didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair. What's that? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories. No, it's a lovely book. Honestly,
Oh, here's what
you
I
have
think
to
of
use-
your lovely.
No! It's a library book! It's from the library! Show the little rat! No! Please! Stop!
Now get out of here, you little creep.
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you stick your stupid book to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if it's all you can do, are all to you. Not to let this whole thing like little stop you. If you sit around, nothing gets on top of you. Like I'll be saying, think that it's okay, and that's no point.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl. Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do all those brains in your head give you headaches? I mean, it's got to have all switched in there.
Great, explain. Where's the maggot known as Nigel?
Over there. Where he's been for the past hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh, yes. You see, unfortunately, Nigel suffers from the rare but chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. This condition is characterized by the sufferer experience bouts of chronic fatigue, often falling asleep without knowing or any warning at all. You see, he fell asleep and we put him over there for safety. Didn't we? Didn't we? He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up. Time for school yet, Mom? Hello? What am I doing here? This isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Principal.
Amanda Thrift!
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What? Have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails!
But my mummy likes them. She says they make me pretty.
Then your mother is a twit! You! What's your name?
Matilda Wormwood.
Oh, Wormwood. I might have guessed. Well, Wormwood, you've just made a very big mistake!
Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Yes, completely brand new stock, sir, yes. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir, yes. Green hair. Well, it was a National Green Hair Day in celebration of all the green things in the world, like lettuce and snot. Yes. Yes, 1 in the afternoon? Oh, yes, perfect, sir, yes. Bye-bye. Thus we do that. Now that, my friend, is how you do business. I'm gonna keep this on. It looks like rain.
Who is it?
Oh, yes. Hello, it's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
Yeah, they're busy right now.
Oh, it'll only take a moment.
All right, well, come in if you must. This is Rodolfo. Oh, it's nothing like that. He's my dance partner. We're rehearsing. Chill.
Ciao, Rodolfo. Here, Terry. Come stai?
What? Babes, who is this? You know, interruptions due to my energy flow. What do you want, Miss Chutney?
Oh, it's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda's in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read, but I...
Well, stop her reading then. Lord knows we've tried.
I'm in the zone, doll. I can feel it in my hips. Don't waste this.
Look, Miss Hussey, I'm really not in favour of girls getting all clever pants. Girls should be thinking about things like makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Look at you. Now look at me. You chose books. I chose looks.
pardon.
Benjamin Fire here, please.
But Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant.
Calculate this.
Oh, fantastico! But her mind is incredible. With a little help from us, she could...
Mind? Her mind? You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You ought to blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people, like people, are clever. It's very quaint, it's very sweet, but wrong. People don't like smarty pants what go round claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know's express content has never been less important. So you have got to be don't you put under the stand up and dig out from the ground. I all that's back, I love my heel. I all that's back, I love my feel. I all that's right, I love my hair. I all that's hurt, I love my day. Never did it tell you when you take off push bag, it's all right. To hide it under a bushel, not but I look at that on stand out. Not gonna listen if you don't show. Not gonna care if you don't care. So go and put some highlights in your hair, 'cause you've gotta highlight what you got. And then if what you got is not enough, you gotta be low. You gotta give yourself permission to shine, stand up and be proud. Alle, så la oss sing. Alle, alle bursdag. Alle, dressing like your mom. Alle, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Woo! I look nice. You don't. No one's gonna tell you when to wiggle your bumper. No one's gonna love you if you don't know the rumba. Everybody loves a little something in your head. The learning a language is over the top. It doesn't really matter if you don't know. So long as you don't know it's a bit of clout. The less you have to sell, the harder you sell it. The less you have to say, the louder you get it. The dumber the act, the bigger the confession. The less you have to show, the louder you just say. You gotta get up, you gotta get up and be loud. You gotta be loud. Get down from the road. Are you listening? You gotta be loud. Stand up and be strong. If you cannot, whatever. You're gonna be loud. Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny. You are going to march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher. Just go back to school. But this little this miracle
What sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl go? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me, and I love the dark glasses, and Jenny's
And so, the great day arrives. The light, the entire world, all gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair. Over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat sister, a frightening woman who used to be an Olympic class hammer thrower, and who loved nothing better than to scare the children of the town. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart she resented her sister with success and love. Suddenly, out came the escapologist, dressed as usual in his tight and spangly costume, but there was no sign of the acrobat, and no glimpse at all of the shining white scarf, and instead of the musical fanfare, there was silence as he stonily strode into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair, over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage, has been cancelled.
No, no!
Yes, the audience gasped so loud that a passing aeroplane caught us onto instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon. Cancelled because my wife is pregnant.
Oh, Matilda!
Absolute silence. You could have heard fly back. But then, suddenly, the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful!
The applause went on for nearly an hour, and the great feat was instantly forgotten.
So the story has a happy ending.
Forgotten by everyone except, that is, the acrobat sister. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract you've assigned to perform this feat. And perform this feat you shall. I have paid for the posters, publicity, catering, toilet facilities. If I give that crowd my money back, where is my profit? A contract. It's a contract. It's a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair. Over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage will be performed and performed this day on. Off to the quickening boat shall go!
No, no! Well, what happened?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
But I don't think my nurse will make it till tomorrow.
Mrs. Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
No, Matilda, we must find out how it ends. And I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just they want that child so very much. It must be wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Yes, wonderful. Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
abilities, so starting tomorrow I'm going to bring a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read while I teach the rest, and if you have any questions, well, I shall try my best to answer them. How does that sound? Matilda, why, that is the biggest hug in the whole world. You're going to hug all of the air out of me.
Matilda Wormwood! Matilda Wormwood!
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Ah, so you admit it now, do you?
I mean, what, Miss Trunchbull?
This clot, this foul carbuncle, is none other than a disgusting criminal. This morning, you sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray.
No, I did not.
Headmistress, Matilda's been here all morning.
Sticking up for the little spitball now, are we? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty.
Okay, look. I stole the cake, and I was honestly, really, definitely, sort of, almost thinking about owning up to it. Maybe. But the thing was, I was having a lot of trouble with my tummy. You see, Trunchbull's cake was so good that I scoffed it down too quick, and it was beginning to fight back.
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a thief. You are a crook and you are a thief. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall co-sign you to the seventh circle of hell, child, where you shall be destroyed.
That was the biggest burp I've ever done. The biggest burp I've ever heard. The biggest burp I've ever heard about. It was like the entire world went silent just for that one burp to exist. As a huge cloud of chocolatey gas drifted across the class, past Alice, past Amanda, past Lavender, past Matilda, and as my big, beautiful chocolatey burp, which now seemed of a mind of its own, walked it full into the face of Trunchbull.
Bruce Bogtrotter.
Yes, miss?
You liked my cake, didn't you?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, and I'm very sorry.
Oh, no. As long as you enjoyed it, that's the main thing.
It is?
Yes, Bogtrotter, it is.
Well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful, marvelous. It makes me so happy. It brings a warm glow to my lower intestine. Oh, cook. What's the matter, Bogtrotter? Lost your appetite?
Oh, yes, I'm full.
Oh, no. You're not full. I will say when you're full. And I say criminals like you are not full until they've eaten the entire cake.
What?
No buts. You haven't got time for buts. Eat.
But I can't eat it all. Headmistress, he'll be sick.
He should have thought of that before he made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Well? Eat.
He can't. Surely can't.
Eat.
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 A single slice, or even two, please. Might be nice, but even you, please. I'll do a bit between you and it. Just want a lot of difference in size. He can't, he surely can't, surely can't. You are the man, Chris.
right, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bogdan. Good shot. Well, come along, Bogtrotter.
What, where?
Oh, did I forget to mention? That was only the first part of your punishment. There's the second. In the second, it's choky!
What? No, Headmistress, please, no, you can't!
Headmistress, please, you can. Did you really think I would allow myself to be defeated by these maggots? Did you? Who do you think I am, honey? A weakling? A fool? An idiot? You?
He did what you asked, he ate it all, he did! I ate it all, no!
That's not right!
I'd like to state guarantorily that if there are any children here that might be watching, we do not condone you going home and trying out any of these things for yourselves. I'm, of course, talking about, well, reading. Still, it's not normal for kids to behave in this fashion. It stunts the brain, wears out the eyes, makes kids ugly, batty, boring, and most importantly, it gives them vicarious to the mind. We do not condone any of these actions, and we do so utterly without reservoirs. May I just ask, how many people here have ever read a book? All right, well, yes. You, what's your name? Well, Zoe. Don't take this the wrong way, but... Bookworm, stupid little bookworm, you read books like a worm. Worms are stupid, you're a worm. There, Zoe will learn from that. Won't stop her from reading, but she'll never hold her hand up in a theater ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the very pinnacle of our achievement as a species and the very reason we ever evolved any unicorns in the first place. Somewhere on a shelf I have that a picture tells 1,000 words. So telling, if you bother to take a look, is the equivalent of like lots of books. All I know I learnt from telly, this big beautiful box of facts. If you know a thing already, baby, you can switch the channel over just like that. Endless joy and endless laughter, folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise is 23 minutes plus advertisements. Why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3 when we could sit happily on a lovely balconies watching people singing and talking and doing stuff? All I know I learnt from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever of a fella I am. Take it away, son! You can't learn that from a stupid book. All I know I learnt from telly what to think and what to buy. So I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really smart, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to fill your muffin without really having to think or nothing. Why would we waste our energy trying to work out Ulysses? We could sit happily on a lovely balconies, watch slightly famous people talking to really famous people. All I know I learnt from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever of a fella I am. Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley, ooh, you sound smelly. Charlotte Bronte, do not want him. Jane Austen, in the composting. Jane Joyce, she doesn't sound nice. Ian McEwan, I feel like spewing. William Shakespeare, Moby Dick. Hey, easy, Grandma. know I learned from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly what a very clever fella I am. All right. Is this me or am I amazing?
I'm loud in a bad way. Matilda's there! enjoying school?
Oh yes, bits of it anyway. Miss Phelps, where's the revenge section?
What? Well, we don't have a revenge section. Why? Is there a child at school who's behaving, well, like a bully?
Oh no, not a child exactly.
Matilda, are you sure something's not?
Do you want to hear the next part of the story?
Story? Did you say story? Did you say, oh, Matilda, what are we waiting for?
Very slowly, the acrobat wound her shiny white scarf around her husband's neck. For luck, my love, she said, kissing him with the gentlest of kisses. Smiley, we have done this 1,000 times. But suddenly, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world, so hard that he felt that she would hug all the air out of him. And so they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. Great escapologist had to escape from the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, grab a fire extinguisher with the other, and put out the flames on her specially designed dress within 12 seconds before the reach dynamite and blew his wife's head off!
Sorry. Go on.
The trick started well. Specially designed dress to set light, the acrobat swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she held over the sharks and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds, they watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, she began to reach out her arms towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, suddenly the padlocks pinged open, the huge chain fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, the door flung open, and the escapologist reached out one huge muscled arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, and he grabbed her hand and suddenly the flames are covered in foam. Before they could both be blown to pieces.
Hooray! So the story has a happy ending after all.
No.
No.
No. Maybe it was the thought of their child. Maybe it was nerves. But the escapologist used just a touch too much foam, and suddenly the hand became slippy. And she fell.
No. Was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except the ones at the ends of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough for her to have the child. The effort was too great. Love her, little girl, she said. Love her daughter with all your heart. She's all we ever wanted. Things got worse.
What? No, Matilda, things can't get worse.
I'm afraid they did. Because the escapologist was so kind that he never, for 1 second, blamed the evil sister for what had happened. In fact, he asked her to move in and help look after his daughter. She was nothing but cruel to the little girl, making her wash and iron and cook and clean and beating her if she did a thing wrong. Always in secret, that the escapologist never suspected a thing until the little girl grew up with the meanest, cruelest, horrible aunt you could possibly imagine!
Let's call the police!
Miss Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh yes, of course. Matilda, you are so smart. Your parents must think they've won the lottery by having a child like you.
Oh yeah, they do. They're always saying that, in fact. They're so proud of you, Matilda. You're like winning the lottery. Yeah, I'd better go.
I'm so clever, I'm so clever, I'm so very, very clever, I'm so very flaming clever, what a very clever fella I am. Come here, you!
No, stop. There's only one man I do that with.
Everyone gather round, I want my family to share in my triumph. Not you, boy.
I'm a girl.
155 knackered old bangers, all polished up with the minders on the clock telling the truth, that each one was knackered. What was I gonna do? I couldn't very well drive each one backwards, could I?
Backwards!
Then, I had the most genius idea in the world. I ran into my workshop, grabbed my drill, and attached it to the speedometer on the first car. Turned it on and whacked it into reverse.
Backwards!
Yes, backwards, boy, exactly. A drill's motor whirls backwards thousands of times a second. And within a few minutes, I had reduced the mileage on the first car to practically nothing. I did it to every single car.
Backwards! Alright, stop talking now, darling. There's a good boy.
10 minutes later, the Russians showed up. Great big nasty face tapes, expensive seats, dark glasses, don't know who they thought they were.
Oh, Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night.
That was badgers. It was a program about badgers.
Same thing. And did it work? Oh, fantastico! Now I'll be able to afford Rudolfo all day long.
But you cheated them. That's not fair at all. They trusted you, and you've cheated them.
What is the matter with you? What have we done to deserve a child like you?
You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna go down to that library of yours and tell that old bag of bones you'll never be allowed to let in again.
What? No, please, no!
And if she does, I'll have her fired. I'll put an end to your stories, young man. Now get out of here, you little creep.
At night, the Escaporter's daughter cried herself to sleep, alone in her room. She never said a single word about the evil aunt's bullying, and she don't want to cause a fuss, so she suffered in silence. This only encouraged the woman to greater cruelties until one day she exploded! You are useless, filthy, nasty little creep! And she beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. But that day, the escaportist happened to come home early. And when he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, he smashed the door open!
I am here, little girl. Please don't cry. Dry your eyes. Wipe away your tears, little girl. Forgive me. I didn't mean to desert you. Don't cry, little girl. Nothing can hurt you. You've nothing to fear. I'm here. Have I been so wrapped up in my grief for my wife that I have forgotten the thing that matters to us most? I love you so much, my daughter. I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you. We shall be together forever. I didn't mean to desert
I
you.
didn't want to upset you. Daddy,
Don't cry, little girls. Nothing can hurt you.
I've nothing
Nothing
to
to fear. I'm here.
When the little girl fell asleep, the escapologist stopped, turned to the acrobat's sister, and in almighty rage grew inside its great heart. This demon, this villain, this monster, she has sullied the memory of my wife. She has betrayed the trust of her sister. She has shown cruelty. There's precious reality in my service. Bullying children is this game, is it? Then let us see what this wicked thing can do. The path will bring her stand before her. That was the last Elizabeth ever saw father, as he never came home, ever again.
Matilda, I got those books we spoke about, so if you would like, I can give them to you and you can bring them home. And
What are you doing with those books, woman?
they're for Matilda.
No, they're not. Not on my watch. There's an age for reading and there's an age for being a filthy little toad. These are toads. Aren't you, Bog Trotter? Yes, Miss Principal. Only Bog Trotter here is a good toad. It's become clear to me, honey, that you have no clue what you are doing. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories. That is not teaching. To teach the child, you must first break the child! Quiet, you maggots!
But, Miss Trunchbull, no one was speaking.
Please, honey, understand when I say quiet, you maggots. You are entirely included in that statement. Where's my jug of water?
I'll get it, Miss Trunchbull.
Stupid girl. Look at you all. Flabby. Disgusting. Revolting. Revolting, I say. I think it's about time we toughen you all up with a little phys ed. This school of lit started reeking. Quiet, maggots, when I'm speaking! Reeking with a most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I know it oh too well. It is the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you may bet your breeches that this headmistress finds this fallow deferousness wholly olfactorily insulting. And so to stop the stitches spread, I find a session of phys ed sorts the merely rank from the revolting. The smell of rebellion comes out in a sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating, and it won't be long before I smell the pong of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold! Hold! Just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. Smell of rebellion, the stench, revolt, the reek of insubordination. Defines the odor of the waft of anarchy in a progress. Too big and greedy, you really need to nip it in the bud. Position 2. Before the worm starts to turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud.
stench of intent, the reek of prepubescent protest, the pong of defiance, the odor of pip, the waft of anarchy in a progress. Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too brute for scheming. Some double-time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. Alright, let's step it up double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, discipline for children who aren't listening, for midgets who are fidgeting or whispering in history. Chattering and chittering, their nattering and twittering is tempered with a smattering of discipline. We must begin insisting on rigidity and discipline, persistently resisting this anarchism, mischieving these minutes who are fittering and pandering and pittering. Well, little ones like this, they just want discipline. Simmering, the whimpering, the dribbling, the spittering, the miss I need a tasty reason issue. There is no mystery to mastering the art of classic mistressing. It's discipline, discipline. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of effervescent plotting, the whip of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of a moral fiber rotting. Now imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes, just dream. Imagine, come on, try the peace and the quiet, a bubbling stream. Now imagine a woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold a paper hat with his mind. And he says, don't let them steal your horses. Don't let them lift the rabbits away. No. If you find your way through, they'll be waiting for you, singing.
She's mad.
Aha! And there, just like I said, the sticky maggot rears his head. Squittiest, piteous mess can harbor seeds of stickiness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever seen anything worse than the smell of rebellion? The stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, the whip of resistance, the pong of descent. And I will not stop till you are sworn, till this rebellion is won, till glorious sweaty discipline has won this sickening stench away.
I'm going to put the news in the trash.
Quiet!
I don't think that's teaching, that's just cruelty.
That's because you, honey, are pathetic. You're weak. You're wet. You're in fact a little shriveling newt! Newt! It's a newt!
What is it?
Nothing, it's a snake. I bet it's poisonous.
Okay, quiet! Quiet, please, please, please!
What? Oh, no, I did.
You cockroach, you did this. You vile, repulsive, malicious little sinner!
Oh, no, stop.
Miss Trustful, please! Now you're gonna pull his ears off!
I've learned from years of experimentation, honey, that the ears of small boys do not rip off. They stretch. In fact, I can feel them stretching. Right now.
Stop.
What's that? Stop, maggot? When we are only getting started?
Miss Trustful, no!
Leave him alone, you big fat bully.
How dare you? You're not fit to be in school. You ought to be in a prison.
and the deepest, dankest, darkest prison. I shall weasel you out of here, strap to a trolley with the muzzle over your mouth. I shall perform experiments on you. All these disgusting little slugs will suffer the most appalling indignities, all because of you. Yes, you.
Have you ever wondered, well I have, about how when I say rad, learn sample, there's no way of knowing a rad. It's the same thing in your head as rad means in my head when someone says rad. How if we are travelling at almost the speed of light, we're holding a light, that light will still travel away from us. And the floor speed of light seems right in a way. I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head, not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind are fitting, these stories to live to make believing. Everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting. The noise in my head is incredibly loud. I just wish they'd stop. And Daddy and Mum and Tally and stories would stop just once. And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. The toy becomes egg and the egg is light. It's burning inside me, will usually fade, but is it today? And you're shouting, my heart is pounding, my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet. Like silent, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed. Just the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet. And I am warm, like I've said. Into the eye of the storm. Together, Tip, together, keep tipping, Tip, yes, Tip, Tip, Tip.
This collection of miserable excuses for children. There you are, standing, the beating heart of it all, the squib of all squibs. And believe me when I say, there's no length I shall not go, no finger I shall not snap, no ears I shall not stretch, until you are destroyed. I will crush you. Before you are allowed to grow 1 single centimeter taller than you already are. What? What's that? Get it off me! It's a newt! A newt! There's a newt in my knickers! It's heading north! There's a newt in my knickers! There's a newt in my knickers!
I think we better go home now, while we still can. Matilda,
Watch,
Matilda, we better go before.
watch, please. I moved with my eyes. Am I strange?
How do you fancy a nice cup of tea?
What do you think it is? This thing with my eyes.
I can't pretend I know, but I don't think it's something to be afraid of. I think it has something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for my brains, so they have to squish out through my eyes?
No, not exactly, but yeah, sure, something like that. You certainly are a special girl, Matilda. I met your mother. She's, unusual. How about your father? Is he proud to have a girl as special as you are?
Yes, very. He's very proud. He's very, very, very proud. He's always said, Matilda, I'm very proud to have a daughteress. That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says. He's not proud at all. He calls me a liar, and a cheat, and a nasty little creep.
I see. Well, here we are. Home, sweet home.
Are you poor?
Well, yes. Yes, I am very.
Don't they pay teachers very much?
Well, no, they don't actually, but I'm even poorer than most because of other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt, but one day I was out on a walk and I came across this shed and I fell completely in love with it. I ran to the farmer and begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed and I've lived here ever since.
But Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you are, Matilda. You see, my father died when I was young. Magnus was his name. He was very kind. But after he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian, and she was mean and cruel like you could hardly imagine. Then, when I got my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She had written everything down. Every tea bag, every electricity bill, every tin of beans. She made me sign a contract to pay her back every penny. She even produced a document that said my father owed her his entire house.
But did he really do that? Magnus, I mean. Did he really just give her his house?
I don't know, but I wouldn't believe so. Just like I can't believe he would have just killed himself, which is what she said had happened to him.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
I don't know, but all I know is years of being tortured by that woman has just made me, well, pathetic. I was trapped.
And that's why you live here.
This roof keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table, as you can see, was perfect for tea. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough.
But Miss Honey, she's got your father's house. She's got everything that's yours.
On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can breathe. And I am set free. And when it's cold outside I feel no fear. But in the winter sky I am warm and small. Stubborn fire, and there is nowhere I would rather be. cold and weak. I feel no fever than the fiercest storm. I am warm, seven fire.
Forgive me.
Then run outside. I don't pay much heed. I know that everything I need is you. It isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Miss Honey, is this your father's scar?
Well, yeah, you see, my mother gave it to him. Before she died, she was an
An acrobat.
Well, yes, how did you? And my father was
An escapologist.
Matilda, how did you know that?
So they're your parents.
What? Who? I didn't.
The people in my story.
What story?
A story. I've been telling a story, and I thought I was making it up. But it's real. It's your life. I've seen your life.
You've seen my life.
She did him in. Let's go to the police.
No, Matilda, we can't. We have no evidence.
But you could just tell them. Tell them she did it.
It's not how it works. It'd be her word against mine, and they never believed she was capable of murder.
But why? She was so cruel to you. She beat you. She shouted at you. She locked you up in tiny cupboards and threw you into cellars.
Matilda, stop, please!
Miss Honey, your aunt's a murderer. She killed Magnus. Who is she? Miss Trunchbull!
Children, in this world there are two types of human beings. The winners and the losers. I am a winner. I play by the rules and I win. Now if I play by the rules and I do not win, then something is wrong. Something is not right. And if something is not right, you must fix it. Even if it screams. What are you looking at?
You.
This class will be having a very special spelling contest. Anyone who spells so much as one single word wrong will go to Jokey. Oh, you. Spell, let's see, Newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T, Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching.
Nonsense. Miss Honey's too soft and peachy to be good at anything. Any moron can see that. You, stand up. Spell the one thing you are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-E. Revolting.
You're cheating.
No, she's not. She's simply spelling the word.
These little specks of dust are not clever. They can't spell.
I taught them, that's all, with patience and kindness and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom? You know nothing of teaching, and I shall prove it. You. Spell scoliosis.
But that's not even a real word. You just made it up.
Spell. I'll go to Turkey. And I shall warn you, there are some silent letters.
A-N-C-E.
dear. Oh dearie dear. I'm so sorry. It was a silent Z. You go. Tichoki!
Cat! C-A-F. I got it wrong, miss. You're gonna have to put me in Choky too.
What?
Dog. D-Y-P. And me. Table. T-S-A-B-O-O.
Stop this nonsense, do you hear?
You can't put it all in the Choky. Nada. K-T-P-R-S-U.
What? Stop this nonsense!
T-X-P-A-D-Y-F. Snot-nose. L-O-N-O-L-O-L-O. Naughty. P-U-F-T-Y-X-N. Big fat bully. P-Q-Q-Q-Q-R-S. Robotic. A-Y-S-T-I-N-T-Y.
A-Y-T-Q-I-Z. You guys put me in the choky too, miss. You can't fit us all in the choky. Come on now, maggots. Did you really think I haven't thought of that? I've been busy. A whole array of chokies. One for each and every one of you disgusting little creatures. You see, children, in this world, there are two types of human beings. The winners and the losers.
Chalk!
I...
The chalk! It's moving!
What?
It's moving. Look, it's riding something.
What the devil? Who?
No one! No one's doing anything!
Agatha. Agatha. This is
No. No, it can't be.
Give my Jenny back her house.
No. It can't be Magnus.
Then me.
No. No. No.
Run! Never again will she get the best of me.
later, the acrobat and escapologist's daughter received a letter. It said that her parents' will had mysteriously turned up, and that she was now the owner of the beautiful old house that was, up until that moment, owned by the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. She moved in immediately and was happy, happier than she had been in her entire life.
And Miss Trunchbull was never seen again. The Chokies were immediately destroyed and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey, and it was often said that it was the best school in all the land.
And do you want to know something? Matilda was never again able to move things with her eyes. I thought perhaps because her mind was being challenged, but she said she no longer had the need for superpowers. Sometimes I would look at Matilda, this little girl who had done so much for others, but who was stuck with parents who were mean and cruel and called her names, and I would just feel my blood boil and wish that I could do something.
So this is the end, and I wish that I could say this story has a happy ending. I wish I could say Matilda got the love she deserved, but perhaps not all stories have happy endings.
Don't just stand there gulping, we're going to Spain.
Spain? But why?
Because this idiot, this nit, this twit brain thought it'd be a good idea to sell 155 Nakano bangers to the Russian mafia.
Well, I didn't know there was a flaming Russian mafia now, did I? Come on, we're leaving and we're never coming back.
Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Wormwood, I would love to take Matilda. That's as if she would like to stay with me. I would treat her with love and respect, and I'd pay for everything.
You want me to leave my daughter here with you?
Dad, did you just call me?
They'll be here any minute.
Dad, you called me a daughter.
They hear you, idiot, I told you.
Quick, hide in the books.
Yes,
What is your father?
I don't know.
You weren't one. He's a stupid man. And being stupid, he assumed I was stupid too. And that is a very, very rude and stupid thing to do.
Yes, I'm afraid my father is quite rude and very, very stupid.
You know this? At least there is one clever one in the family. What is your name, little girl?
Matilda.
Matilda. I like you. You seem smart. In my line of work, I don't often get to meet many smart people like you. Oftentimes, their thinking is all backwards. Witajcie pokrowie moim tacy luce, ta? Pewno pozok mica I taką moją baczką.
Spasiba, me and Tuesday. Bratna pasal mi says about me.
Matilda, who taught you how to speak Russian?
Well, I taught myself, I suppose. I was reading Dostoevsky, and I just thought it would be better to read it in the language it was written in.
I'm Sergei. It is truly an honor to meet you, Matilda Wormwood. Matilda, your father has been rude and stupid to the both of us, yes? I can very easily have one of my men teach him manners. Then one day, when he is out of hospital, he will still be stupid, but not as rude, I think. I give this as a gift to you. What do you say?
Mr. Sergei, this is a very tempting offer. But he is my father, and I'm his daughter. I think I've had enough revenge.
Matilda. No, что ты делаешь? Matilda. Я сказал Matilda. Matilda, your father is very, very stupid. But he's also very, 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 very lucky to have you as his daughter. Although, if I happen to be doing business here again, you will not be so lucky.
Quick, let's get out of here before they change their minds.
Wait, what about the girl? Do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes, I do.
Well, we're a little bit short on room right now, so yes.
Thank you.
And Matilda ran into Miss Honey's arms.
And hugged her.
And Miss Honey hugged her back.
And they barely noticed as the wormwoods.
And Rudolpho.
As the wormwoods and Rodolfo sped off into the distance.
Because they had found each other.
Yes, they had found each other.